Hi friends, I am actually up on my patio area this evening. It's sprinkling. It has rained today, on and off. Oops, filming me go to the bathroom. Um, Anyways, I was just enjoying this. I actually was making a short little video for myself because I know I will miss this very, very soon. And I decided to make a little video for you guys because or for my channel. I'm always out in the garden when I make videos, but I thought I would share what my patio area looks like. It's not completely clean. I've got some random stuff sitting out, but thought I would just show what I have. So obviously I have lights. They don't come through on the video super well, but that's okay. I've got just a cluster of different flowers here, perennial flower bed, bunch of random things. I like to keep some stuff in pots, a lot of stuff in the ground. Those are overdue for some cleanup. They were tall daylilies. They have since faded. My chicken coop is over there in their run, and then this fence area is where they're able to come out and get more grass in their life. I'll step over this way real quick before I come to the patio. This area has definitely filled in. It is very full. So this is lamb's ear. It is great. It's a great perennial. It's soft. It's a beautiful blue to add in. Blue really, really makes a difference in flower beds. If you look at your flower bed and you feel like it's just a blob of green and there's no definition, throw in some blues, and not the flower. I'm talking about the foliage. So the foliage of blue and the foliage of reds really, really help break up the monotony of the green. I did try some tomatoes here. Normally I do a flowering vine there. I threw some tomatoes in there and they're okay. Obviously you can tell they're not super happy. I've not gotten a single ripe tomato off of them though, and I see them ripening and then they're gone. So as much as I hate to admit this, I'm pretty sure mice are getting them because the mice are a problem over here in my chicken run. I have gotten the problem under control inside of my house years ago by sealing stuff off, but they definitely love the chicken run. So I think they like the tomatoes. Sorry about the air conditioner noise. Just wanted to show you these. Look at how beautiful these containers are. I'm losing light out here, but so this is a purple fountain grass. So these are annual containers. I love to do annuals inside of containers because they just bring such a pop of color that perennials just cannot compete with. A perennial flower has to work on so many different things because it's going to come back year after year and it's continuing to get bigger and establish itself, that its flower is only a showstopper for a short amount of time. Annuals, it's like running a marathon versus a sprint, right? Annuals are the sprint. Like they are all about the show. So this pink flower is uh-oh. I just lost it in my brain. So purple fountain grass and oh my gosh, you guys, dang it. Let me see if I can find a tag. I like to keep tags because I always forget the names of things. But they're just massive. I only have 3. Like this, there's only 3 of the pink flowers in this whole container. So right here, it comes all the way around. And then right there, that is one $4.99 plant. I tell you what, it is worth it. Worth it, worth it. Impatience. That's what they are. Impatience. Goodness, Jessica. So they are stunning. So this is kind of a shady area over here, and they are really, really loving it. It's an area that I've struggled with a lot because it's where my gate is. It doesn't get water because I don't bring the sprinkler over here because I don't want to water the side of my house. So anyways, it's oh, look at that big chicken in there in the chicken yard. Big black chicken digging a hole. Eating food that I've spread around for them. Okay, back to flowers. So yeah, this flower bed's full. I need to do some rearranging. It looks really messy to me. I look at this and I see a mess, but I have some bone structure in there. I have that little tree right there, and so in the winter, bone structure, what I refer to there, is winter interest. Words sounded weird. Okay, the stuff that sticks around, because all of this stuff dies down to the ground, and so you want to have some random structure that stays, because in the winter you just don't want your flower bed to go completely flat. So I have that guy, and then there's a ladder back there, and then a couple of these are in containers, so that will also help with the winter interest when all the flowers die down. It just keeps that height. And then these two bushes here, Courtney, if you're watching, these came from your house. I absolutely love them because they add in that blue. They are pokey, so they're not the best to work with, but they stay looking that beautiful all through the winter, and they just add a great touch there. So we make our way over here. I set up this little area last fall, I believe, and I've tried some different things in this container. It's a storage area under there. Don't look at that mess. I've got some annuals here that are really fading. I've struggled with budworm. I explained in my last video. It's really wiping out all of my petunias. This was a beautiful white double petunia not too long ago. Now it's ugly. I'm ready to just pull it out and put in some fresh fall plantings. I had flowers in here in the spring. I did ranunculus, and then they faded out, so then I left it empty for a while, and then I did a seeding of lettuce for fall. So lettuce can get really bitter in the middle of summer, so you either want to grow it in the spring or in the fall. So this is my fall crop, and it's so nice right here by the back door because I just come out and can just pinch off my fresh, beautiful, organic, cleaned by the rain lettuce. It's great. Over here behind my little pergola thing, just a menagerie, really, kind of a mess. This whole cluster right here is columbine that self-seeded itself this year. The conditions must have been just right because there was one plant there, and it's been there for a couple of years. And you can see the flower heads right here. So it bloomed in the spring, and then the flower fell over, and they just took off. It was just perfect. They just need the perfect conditions. So next spring, should have some beautiful blooms right there for columbine. I've got a couple, what are those? Berries. They're supposed to get red berries, holly, but they don't. And I think I'm supposed to have a male and a female, and I think I have 2 males or 2 females. I never get any berries. So at some point we'll move those, do something with them. I've got some houseplants over here that I bring out in the summer. and some in-ground plants that are flopping over. I've got a loose fence board there. Another houseplant here that was actually, I almost threw it away in the house over the winter. It was just, had lost all of its leaves. It's one of those wandering dude is the politically correct name to call it. I don't know the botanical name. But it is loving its life now that it came outside. But you can see what was happening, and I'm probably just going to come cut these off. When they get unhappy, they lose all their leaves in the middle, and then they're thriving at the end. So then it's like this torture for a gardener of like, do I cut the whole thing off? And so when I brought it out here, I wrapped up some of the long stems that were bare, and so then at least the new growth is like that. But honestly, I'll probably cut all that off because now it has this like solid base of new growth coming up. So we'll be moving that back inside along with a few of these before our nights reach below 50. There's another house plant, a geranium, that I winter over every year. This is come on, you know the thing, Virginia creeper. That's the name. I absolutely love it. I know people curse its name because it just takes over an area, but you know, if you're growing it in an area that you kind of just want a beautiful wall of green, it's amazing. And then it gets beautiful red fall color here pretty soon. This plant, let me back up. This one with the little puffballs, little, like the size of my head, that is called Joe Pie, and it's planted back behind. I have a little cute display area here with a stump and a sign, and it's planted behind there, and it's supposed to grow up and get its little puffballs up there. And this year it's just, I mean, massive, and it's just flopping all over the place. But oh well. Beautiful chaos. I came out here and did some weeding in the patio today because I was getting weeds. Made a mess. I was gonna come blow it, and then it rained. looks like a mess. My annual planters here looking a mess because of the budworms, and the season's just coming to an end. This is being hidden by the Joe Pie. This is a pretty area. I have an old tree stump, and it's really pretty because it has this like cartoon style hole in there that the birds used to nest in. It was a tree on my property. I cut it down. I did not cut it down. Hired people to cut it down, and I asked them to save that section for me, so plopped it over here even before the patio was in. And so there's a hole in the top that I plant in. That was a beautiful petunia. It was all full with pink. It has to be getting hit with the budworms too because you can only see a couple of the pinks left. It's unfortunate. This is a beauty, white phlox, some red snapdragons. Everything's just flopping over together. That's fine. That's a dappled willow. I think I'm gonna prune that up into like more of a tree form so that the plants underneath can be seen better, because I've got plants under there. I mean, shocking, right? That it is packed in there. There are flowers, there are blooms. Let's see if I can find some. Oh, I got a little bird's nest. They've got snapdragons in here. This is a bird's nest fern. Sorry, it's getting really dark out here. Not a bird's nest fern. That's definitely not a fern. It's a bird's nest, some sort of conifer. Well, it's getting dark, so I guess I will about call it Donovan mode today. My dog toys, not my dog toys, his dog toys, are still all spread out. But it was just such a beautiful evening. I thought I would take you guys along for a look at my patio, which is another area of my yard that I love, aside from my garden. I guess I didn't even point out. I'll just show for frame of reference, because you can't see my garden because of the willow tree. But the garden I am usually in is right there. So there's the garden gate, and then it leads back into the area that I usually film in. Miko loves to do zoomies this time of night. All right, friends. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Bye.